Hey everybody, it's Rob, and this is your homework video for unit number 6. We're going to work on pages 38 to 41. So let's get started. Okay, we're going to do page 38 warm up. That's the vocabulary. We'll do page 39 listen. We will listen to the dialogue and then answer questions. And then we'll do page 40. We listen to the same dialogue and we put the correct words into the correct spots. And then finally, page 41 grammar A, B, and C. Okay, good. So this is the paper you can use or you can write in your book. Either is okay with me. Remember, you'll do page 38 warm up, page 39 let's listen, page 40 let's check and read aloud, and page 41 grammar both A, B, and C. Okay, so first, okay, yeah, could you take a look at the slide? This is for Unit 6, and this is the vocabulary you have to learn. You have to learn pie chart, bar graph, compare, submit, instead of, right away, whole, suited, rather, and revise. So you have to later you'll have to match the English with these Japanese phrases. So let's talk about them really quickly. First, this is a pie graph. This is where you take a circle and you divide it into sections that add up into 100, and you use those as percentages. For example, my average day, okay, work is about 45%, taking a bath and a shower is 5%, sleeping is 25%, homework or housework, I'm sorry, cooking and cleaning is 12%, and fun is 13%. Now, another graph is called a bar graph. You take the same information, you put it in a bar. And I'm sorry, the I and the R, this should be Americans, okay? So, for example, this is a joke, but it says, okay, how many 1.5 pet bottles do people drink per week? According to this bar graph, the Japanese drink between 1 and 2, Canadians drink between 2 and 3, usual Americans drink 5, and I drink endless, of course. It's a joke, but the point is this is a bar graph, okay? Then you compare. Compare means to take two or more things and ask which one is bigger, which one is better, which one is harder, which one is easier. So in this case, Spike is comparing Diet Coke and water. He's saying which one is better. Okay, that's compare. Submit. Submit means to give something to someone and they will tell you if it's okay or not okay. You submit a report, you submit homework, you submit application for a job or an application for a visa. Okay. Next, instead of. Now, instead of and rather are very, very similar. For example, he has right now, Spike has the green one, but he's thinking, wow, this red one is pretty nice. I want to change. So instead of the green box, he wants the red box. Okay. If I'm drinking tea, I'm like, I don't want this anymore. I want something sweet. Instead of tea, I will drink Diet Coke, of course. Okay, good. Okay, and remember, instead of and rather are very, very similar. Okay, right away, now, as fast as possible, ASAP. Right away means now. Okay, whole. This is a slice of pizza, and this is a whole pizza. Okay. Um, Now, suited. Suited means it's best for the situation. If you look right here, it's very cold outside. It's winter, and he says this coat is best for winter's vacation. This coat is suited for the weather. Okay. Now, if you look at my body, I'm a very, very big person. I am suited for sports like judo or maybe American football, but I'm not, my body is not suited for marathons or ballet or anything like that. Okay, suited. Suited means best for the condition or best for the situation. And then finally, rather. Rather also, again, we're talking about instead of. He has the green box, but he's looking at the red box and he says, I want to change. Okay. He's thinking now, I would rather have the red box. Okay, and then last one, revise. Revise means to change or correct information on a test or a paper or a document. He has 1 plus 1 is 5, 2 plus 3 is 4. Those are mistakes. He revises it, and it's 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 3 is 5. Okay, so he's revising his homework. Okay, so let's one more time. Let's listen to these and look at the photos or look at the pictures. Okay, so please listen and watch.
Unit 6. Could you take a look at this slide?
Here we go.
Pie chart, bar graph, compare, submit, instead of, right away, whole, suited, rather, revise.
Okay, and I'm sorry, I made one small mistake. Right here, it said pie chart. This should be pie graph is okay, or pie chart is okay too. Say pie chart, pie graph. Okay, so it should be a pie chart, not pie graph. Okay, so pie chart. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so now what I want you to do, I'm going to give you 5 seconds. Please stop the video. I'm going to give you 5 seconds. Please stop the video and write your answers. Okay, here are the answers. Okay, E, J, H, I, F, G, A, C, D, B. Okay, those are your answers. Okay, now next, let's go to uh, let's listen to this. Okay, let's listen. We have to answer these questions. What does Minako ask Justin to do? Make slides for the presentation. Check the slide. Give a presentation. What is Justin's advice? Use a bar graph. Use more animations, or use a pie chart. Number three. What will Minako probably do next? Make some changes to the slide, get more information, ask someone for help. Okay, so please listen.
Minako speaks to Justin at the clubroom.
Excuse me, but can I talk to you for a minute?
Sure, what's up?
I'm preparing for my presentation, but I'm not sure which type of graph I should use. Could you take a look at this slide?
No problem. Well, let's see. You're trying to compare parts of a whole, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Then it might be better to use a pie chart instead of a bar graph.
You're right. Pie charts are better suited, that's for sure. Any other comments?
I think you put too much information on the slide. Why don't you use keywords rather than sentences?
Yeah, thanks. I see what you mean. I'll revise the slide right away.
Okay, let's try it one more time. Now, remember, what does Minako do? Okay, now Minako is making slides for her presentation, but she's not sure about the slides. So, what is she doing? She's asking Justin for advice. She's asking Justin for advice. Okay. Number two, what is Justin's advice? Um, Justin says you might want to use a different kind of graph or chart. Okay. So Justin suggests that she uses a chart that's made with a circle. And then number three, what will Minako probably do next? Okay, she's going to revise a slide. Okay, let's listen one more time. When I hold up my fingers for one, that means the information is for question number one. When I hold up my finger for two, that means that's the information for question number two. When I hold up my fingers for three, that will be the information for question number three. Okay, please listen.
Minako speaks to Justin at the clubroom.
Excuse me, but can I talk to you for a minute?
Sure, what's up?
I'm preparing for my presentation, but I'm not sure which type of graph I should use. Could you take a look at this slide?
No problem. Well, let's see. You're trying to compare parts of a whole, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Then it might be better to use a pie chart instead of a bar graph.
You're right. Pie charts are better suited, that's for sure. Any other comments?
I think you put too much information on the slide. Why don't you use key words rather than sentences?
Yeah, thanks. I see what you mean. I'll revise the slide right away.
Okay, stop the video and please write your answers. 5 seconds to stop the video. Okay, here are your answers. Okay, what does Minako want Justin to do? She wants Justin to check the slide. Number 2, what is Justin's advice? He suggests that she use a pie chart. And number 3, what will Minako probably do next? Minako will make some changes to the slide. She will revise the slide. Okay, now, one more time, let's read aloud. So, what we have to do now, this is the conversation, and in these spots right here, we have to put the correct words. Okay? So, good luck with that. Please listen and take memos as you want to. Write the correct words into the spots. Okay? Please listen one more time.
Minako speaks to Justin at the clubroom.
Excuse me, but can I talk to you for a minute?
Sure, what's up?
I'm preparing for my presentation, but I'm not sure which type of graph I should use. Could you take a look at this slide?
No problem. Well, let's see. You're trying to compare parts of a whole, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Then it might be better to use a pie chart instead of a bar graph.
You're right. Pie charts are better suited, that's for sure. Any other comments?
I think you put too much information on the slide. Why don't you use key words rather than sentences?
Yeah, thanks. I see what you mean. I'll revise the slide right away.
Now,
What it
okay. Now, one more time. Please listen. I'll read it and I'll emphasize the words, okay? Excuse me, but can I talk to you for a minute? Sure. What's up? I'm preparing for my presentation, but I'm not sure. Let's see. I'm not sure which type of graph I should use. Could you take a look at this slide? No problem. Well, let's see. You're trying to compare parts of a whole, right? Yeah, that's right. Then it might be better to use a pie chart instead of a bar graph. You're right. Pie charts are better suited. That's for sure. Any other comments? Okay. Um, I think you put too much information on the slide. Why don't you use keywords instead of sentences? Yeah, thanks. I see what you mean. I'll revise the slides right away. Okay, please stop the video and write your answers. 5 seconds. Okay, please listen one more time and please listen.
Unit 6.
Oops.
Could you
Please listen and read and check your answers.
Minako speaks to Justin at the clubroom.
Excuse me, but can I talk to you for a minute?
Sure, What's up?
I'm preparing for my presentation, but I'm not sure which type of graph I should use. Could you take a look at this slide?
No problem. Well, let's see. You're trying to compare parts of a whole, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Then it might be better to use a pie chart instead of a bar graph.
You're right. Pie charts are better suited, that's for sure. Any other comments?
I think you put too much information on the slide. Why don't you use keywords rather than sentences?
Yeah, thanks. I see what you mean. I'll revise the slide right away.
Okay, good. Okay, now, good. Check your answers. Okay, now, um, we have to put these words into the correct sentences. And this is a little bit easier because uh, you don't have to change any of the words this time. You're kind of lucky. So, for example, you have may. May is asking for permission, and here it says, may I be excused? Now, used to, let's practice these words. Used to, could, shall, and have to. Okay, I'm going to change color real quick. Okay. So, for example, okay, used to. When I came to Japan, at first I hated miso soup. Now I love it. I used to hate miso soup, but now I love it. Okay. Could. Okay. Could is when you ask for a favor. So, if I write a Japanese report, I always ask my friends, my Japanese friends, could you take a look at my Japanese? Could you check my Japanese? Okay. Shall. Shall means let's do something together. For example, shall we go out for dinner? Shall we work together? Shall we go shopping? Okay, let's do something together. And have to means the same as must. Okay. So, for example, Rob, do you want to go home? Yes, I want to go home, but I can't go home now. I have to finish my work. Okay. And I have 1,000 yen. I want to buy more Diet Coke, but I can't. I can't buy Diet Coke now because I have to use 1,000 yen for gasoline. Okay. So please put these words in the correct sentences. For example, number one, let's study for the exam together. We. Number two, sorry, I can't talk now. I get to class. Number three, you take a look at my report. And number four, my daughter hate math, but now she enjoys it. Okay, please stop the video and write your answers. Okay, here are your answers, okay? Let's study for the exam together, shall we? Number two, sorry, I can't talk now. I have to get to class. Number three, could you take a look at my report? And number four, my daughter used to hate math, but now she enjoys it. Okay, thank you. Now, let's go to grammar, part B. You have to choose between words such as can and can't. Okay, so for example, this one, I don't believe it. It can't be true. Okay, here you have to do could and could you. Would you like to? I'd like to. Your feedback on my presentation. And shall you. Okay, okay, so um, can I give you any help with this? No, I think it's pretty easy. I think I can let you do it. Go ahead and do the best that you can. I'll give you 5 seconds. Stop the video, choose the correct answer. Okay, here are your answers. Okay, could I ask you a favor? Sure. How can I help you? Number two, would you like to join our research group? Okay, and then number three, I'd like your feedback on my presentation. And then number four, shall we prepare a presentation later? Okay, go ahead, check your answers. And then finally, letter C, okay? You have to put these words in correct order. You have to take have, to, do, the, submit, I, must, report today. Number 2, better, might, is, be, to, it, use a bar graph. There, to be used was a big factory over there. And then last one, you a presentation, have, mustn't, give, don't, to in Japanese. Okay, good. Okay. And I think remember there's always one word you don't have to use. Okay, good luck. 5 seconds, please stop the video and put the correct word into the sentence, okay? Put the correct words in order. Okay, here are the answers, okay? Do I have to submit the report today? Okay, and you don't need to use must. Okay. Number 2, it might be better to use a bar graph. Okay, and you don't need to use it is. You don't have to use is. And number 3, there used to be a big factory over there. You don't need to use was. Okay. And then you don't have to give a presentation in Japanese. You don't need to use mustn't. Okay. That's it. Okay. So all of your answers should look like this. Please check your answers and please bring this paper to class with you at our next class. Okay, good. Thank you very much. We're finished. Good job with your homework video, and I'll see you in class. お疲れ様でした. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.